Hey guys, it's Steven here, and today I'm back with another movie review, and today in this video I'm going to be reviewing It. So, It is directed by Andy Muschietti, I believe is how you say his name, and is based on the Stephen King novel of the same name, and is also based on the 1990s TV movie It, starring Tim Curry. And in this film, it's set in the late 1980s about this group of kids who live in the town of Derry, who are really unpopular, who get bullied, like, all the time, who all find themselves to be crossing paths and become close friends, and they seem to all find themselves being psychologically tormented by this evil clown named Pennywise, played by Bill Skarsgård, and now they have to figure out a way to kill him. So, this is a film that, when it first came out, or when I first saw, like, trailers for it, I was excited, but I wasn't, like, dying to see it, because there are quite a few Stephen King adaptations that are not that great, and plus it's by the same guy who directed the movie Mama, which I thought was a pretty mediocre film. But after I left the theater of this movie, all I could say is I pretty much loved it. This is one of those few times in film history, for me, for a remake, especially a horror remake, to be far superior than the original in every single way. I mean, as far as the original It goes, with Tim Curry, I think it's fine overall. I think the first half is pretty good, but the second half doesn't really hold up at all. But this film more or less centers around the story of the first half of the original It. And this film just, like, it just blows the original out of the water. It's like there's almost no comparison. I mean, and the reason this movie is so great is, first off, it really works at being three different types of movies in one. It really works as a horror film, it works as a coming-of-age drama, and it even works as a kind of dark comedy in some ways. And I think that's all due to the really good screenwriting and the performances of the kids in the film, who I thought were all terrific. I think the standouts would be Jaden Liberer as Bill. I thought he did a great job, and Finn Wolfhard as Richie I thought was fantastic. He probably stole the show for me. He was, like, the funniest character. He was the most likable character. He really just, like, made the movie a lot more fun than, like, than it could have been. And I just feel like, he really stole the show. And, I already loved Finn Wolfhard in Stranger Things as Mike, but here, I just thought he was fantastic. He got a lot of laughs out of the audience, by the way. And the other kids were great. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but all I can say is, the actors who played, Beverly, who played Ben, and I can't really remember the other guys' names, I'm sorry, but they were all fantastic. And, but I definitely have to talk about Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, who I thought absolutely killed it in this movie. He was creepy, he was unsettling to watch, he was darkly funny, and I thought Tim Curry was great in the original as Pennywise, and was probably the best part of the miniseries. But Bill Skarsgård, I don't know. I think he might have topped Tim Curry's performance in this one. I just thought he was fantastic. Just everything down to, like, his voice, just the way he acts, and the CGI and the makeup that they used to create Pennywise was all just pretty much seamless. And as far as the directing in this film goes, for, like, Andy Muschietti, who came off of an art house horror drama with Mama, and, like, this being his first, like, foray into, like, big blockbuster sort of entertainment, I thought he did a great job. Just the way that he directs scenes and the lighting in the scenes, I thought was all done extremely well. He added a good amount of suspense to the story, and I just thought he did a great job, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the future. The screenplay is great. There's a lot of really funny lines, as I said, from Finn Wolfhard, and just some funny parts in general. And some other things, I think that the cinematography is really, really good. It's really well edited. For a movie that's about 2 hours and 15 minutes, I don't think it dragged for a second. As I said, the makeup and the special effects on Pennywise especially were great. And I don't really think there's any real, like, at least technical flaws in this movie, if not any flaws in general in this film. As for issues, there's not really too many that I can name off the top of my head. I guess I could say that all the secondary characters, or just like the characters outside of the kids, were kind of unlikable, and I didn't really care for them that much. But I think that's like I can kind of forgive that because the rest of the movie is so great. But yeah, that's probably the only problem I could really think of. So now let's get into my ratings. So for the acting, I'm going to give the acting a 3.5. As I said, I thought the kids were fantastic. Bill Skarsgård was great. I don't think any of them gave a bad performance. I think that all these kids will have a bright future ahead of them, and I can't wait to see what they do in other things. And that's all I could say about the acting. As far as directing, I'm going to also give it a 3.5. Andy Muschietti, being a first-timer into this, into big blockbusters, I thought he did a great job, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next. Moving on to script and story, I'm going to also give it a 3.5. The story was great. The screenplay overall was just great. It was a really kind of touching story about friendship, and but I thought it was all really well told in the vein of this horror, like, suspense film, and I really enjoyed that the script was able to do that, and I just thought it was great. And for technical qualities, I'm going to give it a 3.5 once again. The cinematography's great, editing's great, the makeup, the CGI, all of it was great. The CGI, I think, is a little bit noticeable at points, but not too much. So my overall rating is a 3.5 out of 4 stars. So, guys, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about it, or what's your favorite Stephen King adaptation of all time. Thanks as always for watching, guys. I'll be coming back for a lot more reviews because I've been absent for so long, and I'm looking forward to that. Stick around. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.